Hey, welcome to the Ski Summit Show number 104. This is where we're going to talk about the real estate market in Breckenridge, Frisco, Keystone, Silverthorne, Copper, and Dillon. And we're going to give you a little insight into what's going on in the market. We're going to cover a best listing of the week property, kind of a fun one, brings me back to my childhood. Got Benji Does here today, my host. Thanks for being here, Benji.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for just keeping me on track here. That's what I need. So what do we got going on today?
First segment we've got is our real estate news, and it looks like Colorado counties could triple lodging taxes. That doesn't sound
yeah,
like a good thing.
taxes, and more taxes. That's just what we need,
coming.
right? It just keeps coming. It keeps coming. So they basically, this article saying that we could see the cap, which is currently a lodging tax is capped at 2%, that could be boosted up to a 6% lodging tax. So what does this mean for property owners, renters? Essentially, property owners pass this tax on to their renters, which then makes things a little bit more expensive for people to rent. So I think counties got to really weigh this one out when they look at how this is going to impact the tourism industry, how it's going to impact the businesses, how many people come here versus do a trip to Florida. It's not necessarily which ski vacation they're going to do, it's anywhere in the world. People are going to be balancing that out. So whether it means they go to Japan for a ski trip or they come to Summit County, Colorado, they're really going to take this into account. So I would definitely caution legislators not to take that pound of flesh, but it's something to keep an eye out for. So
yeah,
so that's House Bill 1247. Not in place, but it certainly is something that's a topic of conversation. So
those poor STR people out there.
I tell you, man, like I said, don't go for the pound of flesh. It's just you gotta be strategic about it and not hurt tourism businesses that depend on this kind of stuff.
That moves us into our next section for what's happening in the summit, and we're talking about the Imperial Challenge. What is that? I'm thinking it's like skiing.
Imperial Challenge. It's like we all got crowns.
Everybody's got crowns.
We're imperially challenged. I don't know what that. Yeah, that's like a bunch of royalty with complexes. I don't know what imperially challenged is, but we got coming up in April, Imperial Challenge, which is where they start down in town. They have like a 6-mile bike ride, and you end up at the top. You bike ride to the base of the ski area, at the peak ski area, and then from there you get on, whether it's a split board or mountaineering skis, and then you skin up to the top of the mountain, and then you ski down, and whoever gets down to the base of the mountain first wins. So did any of those words make sense?
I mean, I just sit on my butt at home a lot, so not really.
Yeah, skinning up. That's like one term that we use around here. Like, oh, you want to get up early in the morning and go skin up a mountain?
Yeah.
They're like, what is that?
It sounds like climbing stairs forever.
Do I want to have anything to do with that? So
climbing miles and miles of skinning up a mountain, and then, well, you said there's bike riding and running and stuff in it too.
Yep, you can run, you can bike ride. They actually have. Yeah, there's kind of a cool, on this website on mavsports.com, they've got kind of a cool, share my screen, would you?
Oh yeah.
So this is the beginning part. You start at the rec center, take this road up on a bike, it turns to dirt right around here, all the way up. So that's 6 miles, and some people are going to actually run that. And then you go and you've got the ascent and the descent, which is the ski portion. And so you start right here at the base of the ski area. You're gonna skin up the mountain here, right up the T-bar line, all the way up. And then you gotta hike this section because it's too steep to climb up on your skis. And then put your skis on at the top, lock in, and ski back down. So I've only done it once.
How was it?
You know, back then it was like we didn't have all the fancy, like real lightweight alpine touring, ski-mo gear. We didn't have all this, now it's just like, this is the fastest gear to get to the top of the mountain. You either use it or you don't. Back then it was like everybody kind of had these creative solutions to how they were going to get to the top of the mountain. the fastest. The year I did it, there was a guy that went up on like these little skinny, tiny classic skis, and he broke his ankle on the way down. So he was the first to the top though.
I
The
bet.
last, but the last down.
Unencumbered.
But the last down. So not quite as interesting as in the days of old when we would do that. But
The descent sounds like the fun part. I don't think I could do the other things, but it looks like this is like an all-day event.
It's definitely a commitment to do this. It's super fun. They've been doing it for years and years. So I was trying to, here's the we have the gallery here. So you start out, you're biking, and then here they are. Somebody's just hiking up this is right up toward the peak of the mountain.
Man.
They got their little lightweight skinny gear boots. So pretty fun stuff. Okay, so we got market in the minute, Breckenridge. We're gonna just take a quick look at buyers versus sellers market. So for houses, kind of right in the middle, buyers, sellers market. Means that the amount of properties that are being gobbled up is at a level of the new inventory that are fairly similar. So new inventory coming on the market, houses being sold, it's gonna be at a similar rate. We don't have a excess of inventory being built up. We don't have 7 to 8 months of inventory that are just sitting on the shelves. So that said, kind of similar there. Now, if you go to condos, it's a little slight seller's advantage for condos in Breckenridge, which, given kind of all the talk in the media, everything as far as what's happening in the market, this is kind of a little surprising that we see a bit more leaning towards seller's market. This can always, of course, change, but the median list price is $875,000, and this market action index is hanging around 37, which in the last few weeks, the market has achieved a relative stasis point in terms of sales inventory. So inventory is sufficiently low to keep the seller's market zone. So watch changes in the MAI. If the market heats up, prices are likely to resume an upward climb. So we could see prices continue to climb, as that's basically what that's saying for condos in Breckenridge.
Okay, well, that moves us on to the listing of the week. Let me go ahead and pull that up real quick.
Listing of the week. This is like the childhood mansion of Breckenridge. So a little bit older home, but super cool up in Spruce Valley Ranch. Kind of big lots just outside of Breckenridge near Goose Pasture Tarn. But literally, this was
around you.
What's that?
There's like no one around you. There's a guy here and a guy there.
Tons of space up there. This was the mansion when I was a kid. I only heard about it. I need to go see this because I never actually visited this house. But it is a big one, 11,000 plus square feet.
I'm excited to look at it. $5,950,000. This is 383 Mount Argentine Road in Breckenridge.
It's a bargain.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, you got over 3-car garage. It sits on 4.6 acres, and there's Baldy. Got a swimming pool. Pretty cool.
Indoor swimming pool.
Indoor swimming pool. There are not very many homes here in Breckenridge
with like a 25-foot ceiling.
It's a full-on lap pool. Yeah, you could have a diving board in there.
Waterfall feature.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big, huge, tall ceilings. Kind of more of a classic, traditional mountain log type style, but it's timeless. That's one of the nice things about going with log. Yeah,
that's incredible. Look at that.
It's huge.
The dining area is really nice. The second dining area is really nice.
the second kitchen, second breakfast in the second kitchen.
Oh, look at this art piece on the wall.
Is it a door?
It's a car door with dogs hanging out.
That's funny. I like that.
Really cute.
That is fun.
And there it is, the ultimate range.
That is a big range. Nice views out the kitchen window there. I love that.
Wow.
Beautiful grounds.
There's not an ugly part of this house.
There isn't.
It's just nice.
Very timeless. And you got looks like I think that's a detached garage with like a guest house above it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That's a whole other house.
It is.
Putting green.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, one of my friends went to this house. He's like, the guest house is bigger than my house.
Right. Man, this is so nice. The offices are even nice.
Yeah, it seems like, for a 1981 build, it seems like they've done, a good job of just keeping it up.
Yeah, it's still in excellent shape.
Yeah.
And it does have like signs of the times on it, but it's
It
still,
does, but enough kind of just that traditional timeless stuff that
yeah.
it's not like all just oak that looks dated and everything, and real classic traditional mountain style with all that stone on the exterior.
I guess we're in the guest house now.
I think so. Yeah, it's got its own little kitchen there. This must be, yeah,
It's a
those are
whole house.
that is a whole house. That is a great little guest house.
Man, look at that bank of windows.
One of the cool things about these too is that you have access to the goose pasture tarn, which is that little lake down there.
Okay.
And you got the shooting range as part of that HOA up there. There's the tarn. So that's actually what supplies a lot of the ski resort with their snowmaking water.
That's a really nice house.
That is a pretty house. So, and it can all be yours for just under $6 million, which you get a lot of house for that. I mean, $483 a square foot. Couldn't really even come close to touching that if you were to build something up here. So, yeah, but
We did it.
we did it. All right. Well, that sums up our show for today. Thanks so much for joining. This was the Ski Summit Real Estate Show. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. Don't hesitate to subscribe. But either way, we appreciate you being here, watching us in Breckenridge, Frisco, Silverthorne, Keystone, Dillon, Summit County in the mountains. Take care. Hope to see you in the mountains soon.